Hey folks, Oliver's here. Back on bike review, but this time we're gonna change it up a little bit. We got a friend, an old friend coming by, and he's gonna do this today's bike review. This is Ethan Ewanchyna, and he is gonna do a bike review on today's bike. So I'll let him take over.
Okay, so hello, I'm the new host, Ethan Ewanchyna, and I'm going to be doing a bike review on this bike, a nice Velo Sport Express. As you can see, it has a kickstand, aluminum kickstand, steel crank, and has a steel body. As you can tell, it is a girl's bike from the design. This design was meant to allow girls to have dresses on the bikes. As you can see here, it has a guard over the chain, so like clothes won't get stuck in there, most likely. It has 5 gears in the back, 3 in the front, so 5 times 3, 5 and 15, so 15 gears. It has old school shifters, so you see you can go click, click, click. This one doesn't have the clicks, so you have to sort of feel where the gear is best. Skinnier tires, so it's a, as you can see, it's a hybrid. So you have skinny tires for riding on the road, less resistance, but you also have the treads, so you get a little bit more grip. Had the standard cheap plastic pedals, standard Shimano derailleurs, sort of not the high-end ones. Has a little chain guard here, so the chain doesn't scratch the paint. Red reflector in the back. It has one in the front, a little crooked. Some nice brakes that don't work well, and obviously need to have a little adjustment done. Some worn out paint there. Yeah, not the best. It appears this has a front and rear aluminum rims and steel spokes. So handlebars, top of handlebars now. As you can see, they're not a standard. They're not a standard of handlebars. They're more of the curved type to allow for more upright riding. As you see, you're more upright when riding compared to normal handlebars that are over here or here, and you'll be leaned over. This is obviously a bike designed more for comfort with the fatter seat. It was designed for comfort instead of speed, I guess. It's a good bike if you wanted to ride around. It'd be better if it had a little hand, like holder thing here to hold stuff if you wanted to actually like carry anything. No cup holder, so it's an upgradable option. The red reflector in the back has the orange reflector in the front. Let's see. No quick tab for the adjustment of the seat height of the seat, and has a standard Allen key for the adjustment for the front. Yeah, has nice air pressure. It doesn't have any sort of quick release tab in the front either, as you can see. It has a more modern type of brake design. Instead of having the one metal piece that goes around and clamps on here, has the more modern clamps on the sides. Same on the back. The problem with that though is adjusting the height. Actually, yeah, just on older models, adjusting the height of this piece over here. On older bikes, adjusting the height of this piece usually would also, this piece would move with the handlebars. But on this bike, it's a more modern design that has the cable going here, meaning adjusting the height of the handlebars won't adjust the brake tension, so that's better. Let's see. Let's flip the bike over. Now we can use the actual bike. It's a little dirty, should be clean. Let's see. Yeah, let's close that. That's nice. As you can see, if you look at the wheel, you can see it's actually pretty straight. No bend in the wheel, so it rides pretty nicely. Same with the front. As you can see, if I hold my hand here, you don't see the line moving back and forth. meaning the wheels are straight, meaning they, I guess, we're taken care of. Another thing to note, not on the back wheel, on the front, this should be straight. That's not that good for the tube. I mean, it's not terrible, but you can lose the piece inside the rim, so you can't still put any more air in it. You have to take the wheel off. You have to like realign the tube, but the front one doesn't have the problem. So we're back. As you can see, well, a few more things, notable things I want to mention is the shocks on the seat. So going over bumps will be a little softer, depending on how fat you are, obviously. If you're really skinny, you won't go down at all.
Okay.
Another thing is, let's see. Yeah, basically the final thing about the bike, I would say it's a cheaper bike, like not cheap, because it's not as crappy as the new bikes you can get now, but it's mid-range, standard Sears bike from the 80s, maybe 90s. Something you can get at a normal store. Not like a very expensive brand name. Made in Canada. That's nice. And yeah, let's go and move on to another test. Extreme test. Hello. So we're gonna be doing one of the most pointless tests ever. That's not gonna test anything. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the bike and see how far it goes before it falls over. It's not gonna test how well it rides, because all it does is it relies on speed, and when it runs out of speed, it falls over. That's what we're gonna test. So all it relies on is my muscle power. So let's go. I'm gonna throw it that way. So start running that way when I throw and don't get hit by the bike. Wow, it went that far. I threw it pretty far. The bike works fine still. Okay, let's do that test again. I guess we're in the same spot, because why not? So all this test is really testing.
So you're right.
All this is really testing is the gyroscopic effect of the wheels spinning, maintaining the same force, putting the force outward, keeping the bike upright.
Keep the light on, please. The bike is somewhere there, trust me.
Crash the same way both times, proving nothing.
What is going on?
Besides that, I threw it.
Get back up! We have to do lighting!
I see this. So, final conclusion is...
Lighting.
The final conclusion is the bike goes forward when pushing it. The gyroscopic effect keeps it in upright position until it runs out of speed and it falls over. And as you see, it fell over in the same spot twice because I pushed it at the same speed, and it must have been leaning towards there, hit a bump or something. Yeah,
Yes.
The bike is good. It rides fine. A good average bike, not high end. A little bit heavier than most like expensive bikes, but what do you expect from a cheaper bike? I think I broke a piece off when it fell because missing a screw. Doesn't matter, all it is a limiting screw. I guess the end of the thing. It's over, guys.
Killed you. Yo, actually, I want to show you something cool. Ethan, come here.